Hello everyone and welcome back to a bright and beautiful day here at the Regional Primate Rescue Centre based here in the southeast of England. But we have really been working hard on getting all of our chimpanzees looked after, getting all of our lemurs looked after, getting all of our capuchins looked after, and very recently we acquired something very special. We acquired the golden-bellied capuchins, the most critically endangered of all the capuchin species. And something I completely forgot about in this game, she is unfortunately lonely. She doesn't have any other golden-bellied capuchins with her, so I'm going to see if there's any more available to rescue. Samuel, we can get her a boyfriend. And we'll see if there's any more available to rescue shortly. They are very critically endangered, so it makes sense there wouldn't be very many of them. But I completely forgot, guys, that there is a Zoopedia in this game that comes with all of the information on exhibit items, you know, all the different things. It even like has different descriptions for like all the different variants of like the different toys, which is so fun. Like, oh my goodness. But the important thing is that we have a list of all of the animals and then all of the information about all the different subspecies. So for example, the golden-bellied capuchin, we have all this information that they live only in the Atlantic forests of Brazil. The rare golden-bellied capuchin is almost extinct. Habitat loss and heavy hunting have rapidly been reducing its population. It is recognized by its light yellow chest and otherwise brown or black body. So there we go, there's a little image. So we know that the worldwide population is critically endangered, and while exact numbers are controversial, there are only a few wild populations remaining. So it's all the more reason to make sure that these guys are rescued, but maybe not released into the wild. Maybe it's not a viable option to release these guys. Like maybe we just need to keep hold of them, or maybe we should. We'll see. We can't exactly breed them in the exhibits. You really just have to keep buying new animals into it. So for some fun facts, as their diet is heavily fruit-based, capuchins play an important role in spreading seeds throughout the rainforest so new trees can grow. Golden-bellied capuchins are very noisy and communicate with each other by yelps, screams and trills. To ward off mosquitoes, capuchins crush millipedes and rub them on their backs. The chemicals in the insects are a natural repellent. Capuchins are sometimes nicknamed New World chimpanzees due to their high levels of intelligence. Again, a very important reason why you should not keep these animals as pets. It's not a good idea. Living high in the trees, capuchins use their large forward-facing eyes to judge distance. They do not fall. But we also have information, and I think a little map for, like a little habitat map for all the different kinds of capuchin. So these guys are only like in Central Southern America. Central America. Whereas the tufted capuchins are a bit more in the south, and I think the black capuchins are even further south. And then the black-headed capuchins are confined to a very small range just here, probably very much threatened by habitat loss. But we also, as well as the capuchin monkeys, we have information about all the different kinds of chimpanzees. So all the different these are all just like different subspecies of the common chimpanzee. And then we have Pan-Paniscus, who is a completely separate species to Pan-troglodytes. And it does have some information that says bonobos may have diverged from chimpanzees when they were isolated from gorillas. Without gorillas competing for food, a more stable cooperative society developed and a new species, the bonobo, developed. And we do know about this, and they are incredibly social. That's why we have such a large social group of them. Why they have the biggest enclosure in our park. So we can have 10 of those as opposed to 6 of all the other kinds of chimpanzee. Because they are more cooperative and fight less than chimpanzees, which we believe is due to the lack of competition for female mates, because they just go for it. They really like no competition for mates. Bonobos have a society that is centered on females, and males play a supporting role in most relationships. And in fact, bonobo males make long-lasting connections with their mothers, and the mother's rank within a group will determine her son's social place. And as well as that, we have food sharing being an important part of bonobo society, as it demonstrates subtle connections of friendships and social distinctions, the same way as social grooming will. So we actually have a little baby, I don't know if he is still a baby, he might have grown up. Yeah, Chi-Chi! Oh, look at that! That was so cute. Was he playing with his mum? He was, and that's a very good demonstration right there of the fact that these guys have such strong connections with their mothers. So Chi-Chi is like, he's even sticking around with her, he's following her around. So that's really awesome to see. I'm so glad we got to see that right after talking about their social relationship. So these guys are probably super close to each other. And they will be throughout little Chi-Chi's life. And I don't know, I think Tasha's probably one of the lower ranking females. She isn't the youngest, but she's not the oldest either. Flower is probably the highest ranking female if I can find her, because she has been here the longest, she is the oldest. So she is probably like the matriarch of the group. Meanwhile, we have, you know, Destiny is probably quite low ranking. Tasha's probably just below her. Hello? And then we have, Kim is one of the males, so I don't know what his social rank would be. I'm assuming he's quite high ranking because he's the oldest male. But obviously I would assume that in this sort of society, even like the highest ranking male is still below the lowest ranking female, and I wouldn't be sure. So Jewel's probably, I mean, I don't know, would the female social rank be determined by their mother as well? Because Jewel is Flower's daughter. Well, I don't know, you don't really see a lot of social interactions. Well, I'm so excited for Planet Zoo because I'm hoping we'll see a bit more dynamic social grouping in that. But we also have our chimpanzees. This is Eastern Forest, so these are our eastern chimpanzees. Conveniently located in the west of the zoo. You having fun up there? I'm sure she is. I keep forgetting to pay attention to my challenges when I open the game again. So let's do that. Let's quickly see what our challenges are. Okay, we have the breeding program, which I don't know if we're going to be able to complete. I mean, we still have like an hour, it should be okay. Release as many endangered animals into the wild as possible. I don't think I have any. Because these guys, I still need to try and get another golden-bellied capuchin. Okay, Biscuit! There we go. Another female. Righty! So that's that. That actually means their social needs should be met now. And then we have these guys. Oh, I forgot we can actually have 4, so we can easily get a 4th golden-bellied capuchin in the enclosure. Who knows? You know, sometimes I just like to I need to think about these things. We have all of our different kinds of lemurs. How about these guys? Yeah, Cora's ready to be released. We can go ahead and release Cora into the wild. And then let's research that because we don't know when we'll need to. When we shall need to introduce another ring-tailed lemur to the group. Do we have this kind of like dimorphism between males and females? Because lemur species usually are quite dimorphic, but I haven't been paying attention to who's what. What should we have? Okay, we do have females and males. We have Bessie, who is female. Okay, so these guys are exactly the same. Yeah, I'm not seeing any differences between them. They look near enough the same. But most lemurs have at least very subtle dimorphism between males and females. It's very prominent in the black lemur, where the males are basically just like jet black or very, very dark brown. But with like black ear tufts, so they're black all the way around, like all of their fur is black, whereas the females... Oh, my strike's over. I didn't realize they were on strike, I always forget. Whereas the females... Trash! The females are basically like a very light brown, like a sort of... They can be kind of chocolatey brown or like golden brown. With white ear tufts, so they look very, very different from the males. But interestingly, all of the babies born to black lemurs, all of the black lemur babies, are a need to change the fence on this. These fences are all slightly different from the rest. Actually, speaking of, I might actually change them to a medium height. Yeah, so the babies are the same color as the females. The babies are brown, whether they are male or female. And as they get older, the males will basically darken in color and then become black. And the reason for that is obviously so they can camouflage themselves against their mother's fur if need be. Customize walls. And we want the small outback wall. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta go in and you gotta have a little bit of a change around. I think the beach walls just kind of stood out in a not very good way. And I think the brown outback walls blend in so much better. I like more natural looking things, and the beach walls stood out quite a lot. They'd be good for like a tropical zoo, but this isn't a tropical zoo. Unfortunately, this is based in you know, the forests of southeast England. We're not going for things like that. We're not beach, you know, palm trees and and sand and sunny skies. We're, you know, just kind of rainy. I mean, I say rainy, it was like raining really hard. I was about to say, I mean, we've had some heat waves. It's been really sunny over the summer. Then I was like, oh, actually, like literally yesterday was like raining all day really heavily and I got absolutely drenched while working at the zoo. Oh no. So I am happy that here in the Regional Primate Rescue Centre it seems to always be a lovely summer day with just no rain. Beautiful weather, stinky bins. Oh, are all of them gross? The janitors aren't striking. Why is it so gross? Oh my goodness gracious me, how do you guys get so dirty so quickly? Ah. We're spending like all of our money on hiring new janitors. Ah, my, we just kind of have to deal with that one as it comes all the time. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I was meant to take a picture of some baby animals, whoops. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to released... Oh, yeah, they actually have to be endangered, and I don't think I have any real endangered species other than the chimpanzees and, like, these guys, the golden-bellied capuchins. I don't have any animals I can do a feeding interaction with, unfortunately. I'm actually gonna right quick check out... I'm actually amazed we got to rank 37. I did get a little bit of help, from one of my other save files. We're bringing some chimpanzees over originally. I brought the bonobos and some of the eastern forest chimpanzees over. But like, since then I think we were at like rank 20 or something, and then we just shot up to 37 in the last few episodes. It was crazy, just by having like chimpanzees. Which goes to show it is entirely possible to have a very successful park without actually having to have too much going on. We literally have 3 kinds of animals. We have chimpanzees, we have capuchins, and we have lemurs. We have nothing else. And we're still like a nearly rank 40 zoo, so that's pretty awesome. We don't have many of the awards though. Oh, we did get Safari Excellent. I think that was from all the chimpanzees. We won't be able to get the Tropical or Chilled Excellence. We won't be able to get just a bunch of different of the awards. But, you know, sometimes it's just how it is. So, I'm actually going to think about what we really want to do now is try and get some variants. I want to try and get some variants of all the different chimpanzees. I think that would be fun. They aren't, I don't know how well they're breeding at the moment. Cameroon jungle, we can breed 2 babies. Here we have 3 females and 1 male, so I don't see why we wouldn't have some breeding going on. Alright, and now we have one fully grown female in there, 2 males and 1 young female. And in here we have... for some reason they're not very happy in the habitat. Is it because there's poop? Is that it? I'm not sure why the habitat happiness is so low. I just do not know. Oh well. One of them things you have to think about. What I was checking. Okay, in here it's 2 males and 3 females. One is a baby that was born in here, that's why there's 5. So we just kinda need to wait for these guys to read. I don't think we have any pregnant bonobos. Oh, now I have gastroenteritis again. Ah! We always have gastroenteritis. No, yeah, no one's pregnant. Alright, so I think... well, one of the only things I have left to do building-wise is to decorate this area back up with, the temperate forest trees as per is my needs. It's just for me to look at and feel happy. I think we could probably fit, yes we can fit this just in that little... One of my favourite things about this map, okay, and being based in the southeast of England, is every so often I hear like a sheep or like a cow, and every so often, just rarely, I hear like the sound of Big Ben chiming. Like for some reason this is close enough to London, in like the middle of the countryside, to be able to hear Big Ben. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, I live in southeast England, okay? I live not that far away from London at all, and I don't just hear Big Ben from the countryside. I just think that's so funny. It makes me giggle. It could just be a random church, it doesn't have to be Big Ben chiming, but it does sound like Big Ben. It's the very distinctive bong of Big Ben. But churches do. Obviously, the whole point of Big Ben is that it's a big church bell that rings on the hour, and like normal church bells will ring fairly often, but usually not that often, like noon. What have we unlocked? Mostly animals. Mostly more animals. It would be quite interesting to actually run this particular area as the zoo that it was meant to be, because this is the one that's meant to have like hundreds of animals, but it's too late now. I've already made it. Yeah, I've already made it into this. I've already ruined my chances. But knowing me, I'd probably never get to the point where I finished all of the zoos anyway, so whatever, it's fine. There we go, so that's that done. Like I said, if given the chance, I would just cover everything in trees. I would just make this whole thing like a beautiful forest. And then maybe we could maybe we could have like some really far away things, and it could just be like a forest walk. Oh my goodness! Now I've had that idea. I want to do it. I have to do that now. I don't know what I'd put over there though. Like a secret walk somewhere. I don't know. It would be a secret walk too. Oh, I have no idea. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? Like a really long forest walk you could go on. To see, like... like a toilet at the end. It's a pit stop, that's what it is. Okay, can I cure the gastroenteritis epidemic? 52,000? You're asking me for like half my money to cure it? No. Oh, I love the levels in this enclosure. Oh, it's so open and nice. So bad they're just so tiny. They are cute though. I mean, look at them. Look at them wandering around in there. I imagine the guests are probably like, I can't even see them. They're so small. But you know, they need a big enclosure. They're very, very active animals. They need plenty of space to run around and roam. If we could just get 2 more babies in the next 40 minutes though, that would be fantastic. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. But as always guys, thank you so much for watching. It's time to wrap it up for today. And as always, it's been so much fun and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye!